I trolled the Forspoken. You just have bad taste. I'm sorry.
No.
Like I said, you don't even belong here. What are you here for?
No.
Mr. Special Guest.
You're right about Forspoken, but I'm...
First of all, the fact that you know this information has officially earned you the layaway crown. But you have been given the layaway crown by the chat. We're going to dig into the real meat and potatoes today. All right. I'm going to set up a little bit of a scenario for you guys. All right? You ready?
Oh, Lord.
So imagine a small team of ex-Ubisoft developers crafting the game that's now topping the charts and getting rave reviews from critics.
I can see it. I mean, it's not... Like, here's the thing. Ubisoft, current and former, have very talented people working there.
Absolutely. So,
why would anyone be shocked?
Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is that game. Ex-Ubisoft developers, a success story, a statement, driving it into Ubisoft. Today, we're going to dive into, how this indie marvel is making waves. But before we do that,
a word from our sponsor that doesn't exist.
I wish. Please.
That would have been a perfect segment in the ad reading.
Right? It would.
Sponsor us. We,
I mean, G Fuel, you can not G Fuel.
We take boxes of bagel bites and cheese it.
I mean, Gamer Subs, if y'all wanna sponsor us, considering right now you've got 2 controversial figures that you need to possibly push to the side. We're here. We're not brand resistant.
I mean, we growing. We trying to get big one day. Anyway, we appreciate everybody who's here now. But beyond that, the question of the day for today is, what game from a major studio do you think would have been better as an indie project and why?
Better as an indie project. That's interesting.
I don't know why that popped in my head because I think that is technically an indie.
What? No, it's a game from a major studio would be better as indie.
Let me make sure that I'm not tripping. Oh yeah, no, it's Ubisoft. It's Ubisoft. Okay.
Goji is on point. Ex-devs from a bigger company leave and form a smaller company and drop a banger. Who'd have thought?
I don't know why, but my brain.
Unfortunately, that doesn't happen.
My brain thought.
That really
my brain thought.
Sometimes they drop the ball heavy. Like what's that shit?
Y'all don't have a game?
My brain thought Prince of Persia.
So you think Prince of Persia would be better as indie?
It's great already. What do you
Instead
mean?
of Ubisoft?
No, I'm talking about when it first, when Prince of Persia first dropped.
Like saying the time, or you mean like?
Yeah, at the time.
Okay.
No.
Nah. Man, I was addicted to Sands of Time when that came out. Nah.
Really?
There really hasn't been a bad Prince of Persia game.
Bro, wall running, rewinding time. It's kind of a banger, bro.
Dope combat system for the time. Like
people copied that game, by the way.
It's kind of a banger, bro.
It kind of set the trend too, because motherfuckers trying to put
not Lost Crime
time mechanics in their games because of that game specifically.
Ooh, that's a good one. Forspoken would have been better if it was an indie game.
Yes.
Forspoken?
I have one, but it's gonna be a hot
You're
take.
not wrong, and I love
I've
playing
seen to play that
Steam library. Damn.
I've seen people
Forspoken
actually
is great.
do crazy combos and shit in that game. I was like, no, I need to actually get this game.
Forspoken, like if they would have just compressed the world a little bit, it would have been better. If they would have also, not try to blackify the game as much as they did with the writing.
Really?
I need to play it.
I enjoy it.
Bro, every other word was a curse word because she was supposed to be an inner city kid.
She was an urban youth.
What is it? I was going to say, is that considered blackify or is that just considered?
I do too, but
we from Jersey.
The matter is that
She's from New York. She's from New York.
Yes.
No, I thought she was from different city.
When you use curse words, right? They're what you would call a flavor saver. They add flavor.
Yeah.
They don't compose your sentence.
As SpongeBob would say, they're sentence enhancers.
Correct.
So give me an example of what you're talking about versus a flavor enhancer.
Can y'all still not hear me?
So you want an example of what would be an enhancement versus like what she was doing?
Yes.
Not everything that happens do you have to be like, oh, what the blah blah blah. You don't have to do it all the time. Whereas like literally they overused it to emphasize that she's from inner city. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like a good writer, and I'm not saying that they didn't have good writers, but you could tell that the writers weren't from where she was trying to portray to be from. So instead of like, yeah, sure, there's things that happen, you like, oh shit, like that's crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? But like it was literally like every other word. they went too far.
I want
And
to say,
oftentimes when you slide a curse word into writing, especially when you're presenting a story, it makes it enhances it. You know what I'm saying? Like just hearing it every so often, like then you start listening, like, did they really say that? Or hold on, this game curse? Like for real?
Real
You
quick,
know,
how does that sound?
Sound a lot better.
a lot better.
Yeah. So it was one of those things where it was like, instead of it being like, oh snap, she just said that word, it's kind of like, all right, she said it 47 times in the first 20 minutes.
Honestly,
You're like, fuck, 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 fuck.
okay,
Kinda
I can hear your AC unit.
Mike picks up everything. Man.
It's fine,
gotta-
man.
you gotta
Listen,
find a
it's
middle
like
ground.
80-something
Yeah.
degrees out. Ain't nobody
Yeah.
gonna want you to.
It is 80 something degrees out. My
Yeah,
AC is on.
Put that AC back on, bro.
All right,
So
so
what
like,
you can use since you're using a Blue Yeti, Rajan, is Logitech G Hub, and you can actually filter out background noises and stuff.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, you can
I'm still
clean it.
thinking, I'm still thinking of a
Might
damn
use it.
game. Like I was going through my Steam library when I was thinking of like, even though I liked Castlevania Lords of Shadow, I feel like if that game got dropped by Do It Indie Studio, I feel like that could have been better.
Castlevania Lord of Shadow. Why?
The first, both games are fun in their own way, but they don't have that like that same like feeling. It basically just felt like God of War, which is fine in certain instances, but a lot of games that try to copy God of War at least try to deviate a little bit. That was basically just God of War, make it goth, and then you got it.
God of War.
Effectively,
War.
yeah. But
God of War.
Goth War.
What you got, Hustle?
Oh,
Title.
Still thinking? You want to hear mine?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
he about to troll. He about to troll.
Can't help himself.
He about to troll. He already trolled with Forspoken. Now he about to troll us again.
I trolled
Hey.
before spoken. You just have bad
What?
taste. I'm sorry.
No.
Like I said, you don't even belong here. What are you here for,
No.
Mr. Special
You're
Guest?
right about Forspoken, but I'm talking about trolling as in with the cursing. Because I'm gonna be honest,
Bro,
playing that game,
the
I
chat.
honestly forgot she
The
even
chat.
cursed.
No, bro. Like,
Dog.
no.
Okay, wait.
Nah.
You take a street urchin who did most of her life
A
once
street
an
urchin?
orphan.
That's what I'm now? A street urchin.
What is this,
Hold on.
Aladdin?
Yeah, I was gonna say he called her Aladdin. Goddamn.
Crazy, bro. That's
Look,
wild. A
street
street
urchin.
urchin is wild.
It's
Oh
an
my
accurate
God.
description of an orphan who grew up going through the system, robbing people, stealing things, constantly getting let off easy every time she went to court, apparently.
Street
And then,
street
hold
patrol.
on, hold on. Then
And
you
under
snatch her up,
18.
and then you snatch her up off the street, throw her into a magical world. The first thing she sees is a dragon, a bunch of necromantic creatures, and walking mist zombies, and you saying she cursed too much? Bro, she got a magical talking bracelet attached to her wrist that's talking to her like she's like talking down to her like she has to
Which is
fire
also a
blast from
writing
her
flaw.
fist. What?
I said, which is also a writing flaw. That
what?
her
Fact that
cursing
the
wasn't the
bracelet
only
on
writing
counter-
flaw. The banter between her and the bracelet was kind of bad.
Also,
I got-
keeping the
okay,
also
I
keeping
gotta
the curse,
play
and we don't use those words.
Lie.
My pick was Anthem.
All I'm saying is, yes, you're right. That is very.
He's not a tie.
Okay, I'll give you that. I thought you were about to troll, but I'll give you that. Yes. All
Anthem-
I'm saying is,
Anthem would have been a better game if it was made by an indie studio.
See,
Because
I was literally about to say that too. I
Okay.
was just like,
Yeah,
what is
yeah.
it, Anthem?
that might be the one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that is
Anthem.
the one.
Yeah. I
See,
think there would have been
I thought
more
I was
dedication
troll.
if it was. If
Bro,
it was
you
an indie
troll so
studio,
freaking much. I thought you would do it again.
I mean, just saying
It was-
just saying Anthem in general.
Yeah, you know what? Anthem. If it was an indie studio, there would be way more dedication towards it.
Absolutely, we would have gotten a lot more on release. They would have done more with weapon variety, combos, things of that nature. You probably would have gotten more mechs. You would have gotten more choices. You probably wouldn't have gotten that terrible first-person view when you were in the city, because going from third person to first person kind of felt like it was immersion breaking to me.
Got another
Yeah,
one.
it felt disorienting a little bit.
And like, you get more time.
Dialogue would be better.
You get a lot of different things that are different if Anthem is made by an indie studio that actually put their time and care into it and didn't have to worry about being published by, someone who takes away all of the support. So yes, my vote is Anthem.
You know what? I know mine now. Dragon's Dogma 2. I think if Dragon's Dogma 2 was made by an indie studio, they would, number one, scale a lot of the shit down. That game is such a chore to travel through because the map is so huge.
It is. It is.
I didn't even want to finish the game because
I'll never understand.
He said Suicide Squad for the. He said before I even give my reasons for Anthem, Suicide Squad for the exact same reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. But DC and Marvel ain't never gonna give their studios do their games for whatever reason.
They're not giving an indie studio licenses. No. It's just not gonna happen.
No, DC's tied in with WB. I can see Marvel letting an indie studio handle their property. Is Dotemu
Disney?
Yeah, but they're the Marvel beat 'em up game. Isn't Dotemu considered an indie studio?
Who?
The studio making the Marvel beat 'em up game that made Shredder's Revenge and everything like that that's coming out.
Have you not seen that? That shit looks great.
What's
up, Leona?
Hey, it's Leona.
Going up to her spot.
We done had cat ass and cat face throughout the stream already. It's only 9:00.
You blessed,
right?
Yeah. Mine is sleep.
That's my Luna right there.
Can't even get her name right.
Yes, I can. I called her Leona before.
And then you called her Luna. This ain't Sailor Moon.
I know.
This ain't Sailor Moon.
All right, so
yeah, Cosmic Invasion is what it's called.
Okay.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Emu, like I don't know them, so that's indie-ish to me.
I feel like they're indie. I could be wrong.
They're technically an established indie, so it's kind of different, as what Goji said.
The
next question is all right, so say we're looking at things like indie studios. Would you buy an indie game that didn't have any trailer or promotion? We know that AAA studios put a lot into trailers and a lot into promotions and marketing, etc. But shadow dropping a game and then all of a sudden it becoming a hit. We knew Power World is Pokemon with guns, but we saw a Power World trailer at one of the game shows. Expedition 33 kind of crept on me. If I hadn't heard about it last week from Rajan, I wouldn't have known.
It was at the Game Awards. The trailer.
Okay.
They
showed the trailer at the Game Awards.
Yeah, it still flew under a lot of people's radar, even though that first trailer at the Game Awards looked dope, and I'm like, pay attention to this game.
Yeah, there are a bunch of trailers that showed at the Game Awards where I couldn't tell you what the name of the game was. Yeah. So, yeah. So, would you buy a game that didn't have any trailer or promotions, but somebody just said it was good?
Yeah.
It depends on who told me it was.
Yeah, it depends on who
told me. Because let's be honest, we all got a lot of gaming friends. Not all of them gaming tastes are created equal. And
That's
I
true.
put it like that because, like, I'm not trying to say anyone's got bad taste, but like people were raving about PUBG. I tried PUBG. I was like, this ain't for me. But
See, I played PUBG before Fortnite was a thing, so I enjoyed it.
It was actually bomb. It was actually fun.
Yeah, like when you don't have a Call of Duty, a Fortnite, a this, a that, you know what I'm saying, like kind of polluting the market, PUBG is fire. PUBG was one of the originators. It was fire. Third person, and you know the weapons were decent. Like it felt like a good game at that point. But the problem now is that PUBG feels old.
Now you got
Like it feels extremely dated in comparison to some of the other battle royale games that you have out there now.
True.
Like if Token suggests a game, I'm gonna have to be like, oh no, bro. You got some misses on your list, buddy.
I play a lot of games, but what I like to play, yes, might not be for everybody's taste.
Hey, Token.
I still
with Expedition 33.
Okay.
It's on Game Pass.
Okay. Hold on, let me download it.
There you go. Now Token is going to be on a tier 1 turn-based game with some extra steps. So
and here's the thing. You know I play turn-based games.
I know. That's why I just told you to play.
All of us do.
That's literally why I just told you to play. You weren't here last week.
Why are you being like this?
So anyway, do you have certain criteria that you look for when you're picking out games? Like, for instance, like a lot of the reviews for Expedition 33 that were like 1 star said, "Oh, it's turn-based."
What?
We're in 2025. People don't think that turn-based should be a thing anymore.
Then don't play the game.
Right. Thank you.
It's not like they hit it. It's not like it was a secret that it was turn-based.
There has been this weird movement for people like shitting on turn-based games the past couple of years, even though we've had great ones the past 10 years. Like whether it be Dragon Quest or Like a Dragon, or
Metaphor,
Persona, like now Clear Obscure Expedition 33. It's like we got mad good turn-based games. I feel like turn-based games have been kind of pushed to the wayside. Like they still come out, but there's more action-oriented RPGs that come out.
Right, because even Final Fantasy went to live action. Final Fantasy 16, 15,
16 is basically Devil May Cry.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
16 is basically Devil May Cry.
16 is amazing because it's basically Devil May Cry.
That is true. That's also very true.
I have not played 16.
That game is highly cinematic, and it's like
is that good?
Story is
highly cinematic. The story takes some wild turns, and you just sitting here like looking like this at the action pieces.
Oh my god! Some of the cinematics and the Eidolon fights are crazy. Like
Yoshi P. Cook.
Yeah,
go get it again.
He did.
Okay.
And it sold abysmally on PC.
Sadly.
Wait, what?
It sold really bad on PC because nobody knew it came out. It was a PlayStation exclusive for like a year.
Okay.
And then like it hit the PC and everybody was like, "Oh, it's here." Okay.
Yeah. Everybody's like,
Bro said, "Oh, it's here."
Yeah, I don't even think it broke 500,000 on PC.
It is on sale right now for 35% off.
Yeah.
It is $32.49. If y'all like a great story, great graphics, and all that stuff, and amazing gameplay that's more action oriented, go pick up Final Fantasy 16. On sale right now.
So, does the company reputation have any impact on if you would buy an indie game?
No.
Like if it's their first game?
No, not for me.
Me, yes.
Like Schedule 1, a one-man indie one-shot.
What do you mean?
Balatro.
Said, but the company's reputation. You mean like have they put out good games, or are they doing?
They don't have a reputation.
He's basically saying, are you
looking
harder to trust a game that has
you've already seen games from?
Oh,
are you looking for indie games from?
I think it's easier to trust a company, potentially easier to trust a company that has no track record already.
Yeah.
Because like you haven't been disappointed or thrilled by it in the past, so it's like, I'm a roll of dice. If I like it, I don't like it.
But I also take more of a chance on indies because they usually cost less than AAA.
So is price the main attraction? Because there's a bunch of indies. So this actually factors in. There's a bunch of indie games that are in the PlayStation Store where I look and I'm kind of like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna mess with that. But I've also found out that the PlayStation Store has actually recently started taking down certain games because they were quote unquote low effort ripoffs, and they were basically scam games. So
yeah, there's a lot of those on Steam. Sadly.
Yeah, like the PlayStation Store was filled with them, and you know, they have pretty much taken entire libraries down. What's Goji Senpai say? After No Man's Sky, I've stayed away from day one purchasing games from devs I'm not familiar with. Granted, Hello Games has done their due diligence to fix their game, but still.
They've gone above and beyond with that game. Like they're adding in shit that they didn't even promise before. I was like, all right, I'll take it.
That is the charm of dealing with a game that's from an indie studio to me.
Like a lot of these indie studios now, it's like
how many AAAs would have stuck with No Man's Sky after its reception?
None.
Absolutely
none.
Like look at what is it? Terraria. Terraria still gets big updates and support after like 10 years.
You said Terra or Terraria?
Terraria.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
I don't know if you ever played it.
No. That's why I thought you said Terra.
Like this is like Terraria has gotten past the point of like them saying, "Oh, we're gonna support it." It got past its final update with more and more updates.
I mean,
people love the game.
3's final update was supposed to be like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Dang.
And yet
that's how you know your customers love your product.
We just got an update.
It really does feel like when it comes to certain games, certain indie studios, it really does feel like number one, they love the game they made. That's the feeling that I get from it. Like Hello Games, I feel like they love No Man's Sky.
Well, I feel the same way about Larian and Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, which is why I feel they're so heavily dedicated.
I don't think Baldur's Gate is considered indie because they have backing from Tencent.
Well, that and I don't
think Larian is considered indie.
Wait,
Larian can only do so much because they don't own the IP.
Right. But their next game,
that's going to be all them.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
They're not doing Baldur's Gate 4, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but Larian as a studio has backing from Tencent, so I don't think that they would classify as indie any longer.
True.
They wouldn't not with a huge company like Tencent backing you. No.
Like even the new studio coming out of or even a new developer coming out of Ubisoft, because Tencent has 25% ownership and it's supposed to be like a multi-million-dollar startup, and it's starting off with the Assassin's Creed IP as well as Rainbow Six and one of their other most popular games. It's not an indie studio to me.
It's funny because the grifters thought that was like an L for Ubisoft. I was like, no, that's like a
that's residual income for Ubisoft.
I know. For some people out there, they can't actually do finances properly to understand what's going on. But no, that's actually a win for them.
Yes,
not a loss.
You don't have to put all of your resources into actually creating the game, and you still get paid off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you make them take care of all updates going forward. Absolutely a dub. You don't have to have any responsibility, but you still make money off of it.
That's like that's literally like your kid starting up a business, and in 5 years, huh?
Your kid started up a business?
No.
Yes, she did. Drawing crayon pictures. That's the business she started up.
She wanted to put stuff on layaway.
Oh my God! Shut up!
Token is raising the layaway queen.
Breaking the cycle.
We gotta break the bad habits of our parents, so she will not have anything on layaway in the future.
I don't care, bro. I will do it until you tell me I can't do it.
Hey, Token, what you got on layaway right now?
Diamond earrings.
Okay. That's it?
Yeah.
That's the only thing you got on layaway?
To be fair, not to get political, but with the way things are looking, you might want to put some food on layaway too, bro. Because this shit's about to get rough.
You're gonna have to
I
buy
swear to God, I thought you were doing that as a joke, as a bit.
I'm being serious as hell.
Wait, actually,
I'm joking, but I'm being serious.
Actually, you technically can, because there are some third-party pay
Somebody mute this man.
apps that you can use, kind of like what is it? Not
The
Swindle.
bag of rice on layaway.
Like, you can literally make a whole grocery list, go to Walmart, pay for it with the card, and then you pay it off in like 4 installments.
Hey,
Yeah.
First of all, the fact that you know this information has officially earned you the layaway crown.
But
You
also,
have been given the layaway crown by the chat.
So hear me out. Hold on.
Oh my God!
Wait.
Out.
So if you don't pay them payments, do they just come over to your house and stick a finger down your throat and make you throw up all the food you ate that you didn't pay back?
No, it just goes to collections.
They're like, no.
Wait, actually,
Give me that
I
back.
take it back.
Going to potential collections
it doesn't
for
actually go to
grocery
collections.
quad pay is crazy.
It doesn't go to collection. What it actually does is they'll freeze the account so that you can't use it anymore until you pay them back the money that you owe them.
Oh, okay. I thought they were about to repo your food. Like, hey, give me that. The Frosted Flakes, give me that. Right now. We ate them all. Well, I'm going to get it back one way or the other.
They just come to the house.
Like a mom with a wooden.
They just come in, repossess the box, pasta, and rice. Like,
They come to your house with a bottle of X-Lax, like, you're going to give us that food back. We don't care how we're getting it.
See, I could not be a grocery like repo man, because can you imagine? I'd be like, oh, hamburger helper. She looks like you had help paying them bills. And then
wait, what was that?
Bag.
Bro, what was that movie that they would like literally come repo your organs?
It was called Repo.
Oh, repo. It was just called Repo.
Okay.
Repo
Man.
No, I think that was Repo Men.
Repo Men. Yeah.
Repo Men.
It was Repo
Okay.
Men. It was like the same.
Jude
It was
Law.
like it was Witherspoon, wasn't it?
Jude Law, Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah.
Whitaker. Yeah.
There's
Forrest
Repo
Whitaker.
Men, but then there's also Repo the Genetic Opera, which is like similar.
That's a musical.
Yeah, but similar in terms of like.
Shmoney, do not help him. Do not help him. He don't need the help. He said, "Hey, yo, get off of my boy. My tickets for WrestleMania was on a firm."
That's different. That's
firm.
different. WrestleMania is expensive.
How is that
as shit.
different?
WrestleMania is
very
expensive.
different.
What are you talking about?
You
Bro,
better have
hold
tickets on a
hold
firm.
on. First of all,
My one
Hold
night
on.
ticket for WrestleMania last year was $700.
God
Okay.
damn.
bro, no, you know how much they are this year?
Oh no,
Okay.
there were more this year. I've been saying
Okay.
last year.
What
when
is
they
the
were cheaper.
what is the least expensive thing that you ever put on layaway?
The least expensive thing?
Yes.
Pack of gum.
No, I think it might have been one of my. I think it might have been one of my pew-pews.
That's not really cheap.
Oh!
Oh.
I don't just put things on layaway just because I don't want to pay for them right now. Like
Hey,
I gotta go pick one up tomorrow. That's like $900.
Hey, we don't kink shame. Whatever you gotta do.
Hey, when you pick it up tomorrow, it's $900.
A pew pew.
I just said it.
Brother! Yo! Your priorities be crazy, bro. That could be rent.
Make sure to pick up some Similac too.
I know I'm paying rent in like 2 days.
Anyway, now we're gonna move. Okay.
Oh my god.